Hey hippies, it's Becca here from the Uncaged Life. I am a friend and colleague of Tad's, and he asked me if I could record a quick little video for you. I'm going to try to keep this to under 10 minutes to teach you a little bit about things that need to happen before marketing. Tad is an awesome colleague and friend of mine, and he's also a proud affiliate of the program that I teach, which is called Uncage Your Business. And in support of that, I've been talking a lot about this topic, and he realized how necessary it was for his audience, the hippies over at Marketing for Hippies. And so I wanted to share a couple of tips with you about what you need to do before marketing. Okay, so here's why this topic came up. I was chatting with Tad, it was sometime last summer, about the reason why people don't get clients and why people end up quitting their businesses before anything really starts to work for them. And the biggest reason that we both see, we see people doing it all the time, is that they're spending so much time doing the things that don't help them get clients. So this could be, my favorite example is like making photo quotes to post on Instagram and then putting 1,000 hashtags. Mucking around with your website colors and fonts and like trying to DIY a logo design. Posting random blog posts, other people's blog posts on your Facebook business page, right? So all of these things that we've been told at some point or another are good for marketing, right? These are going to help you get clients is what they told us. However, the reason that these things don't work is that often what Tad and I both see people doing is putting this content out there without any focus. So it's one thing to be consistently, putting out content that's has a really, really specific message for a specific group of people. It's an entirely different thing, which is what most people do, to just be putting out kind of haphazard content. So often what happens when you start your business is you have a bit of an idea, right? You're like, I'm a life coach. I'm going to help people be authentic. And you've got like 1,000 different kind of topics within that you want to talk about, or sort of different avenues that you can go with it. And so you start posting, and it's not working because no one understands what you're doing. And what I see happen a lot is that, especially the clients that come to me, who I work with in Uncage Your Business, before they come to me, they're frustrated because they're doing so many things. They're like, these are not lazy clients. They're not just sitting back going like, why is my business working? They're actually doing things. They're posting, they're writing blog posts, they're on social media, they're going to networking events. They're doing the things they think they should be doing, but it's not working. And so they get really frustrated, they get really tired, and they end up actually quitting their business before they get to that tipping point where it starts to work. And this sucks, right? There's nothing worse than putting a bunch of energy into something and then just going, well, I guess I just suck at this, and then quitting. Especially because it's not true. You don't suck at what you do. You just kind of suck at marketing, or you haven't. I shouldn't say that. That's not very nice. But a lot of coaches do suck at marketing, so I'll leave it. But very often you just haven't taken the right steps to get the focus that you need so that all those marketing efforts can actually pay off. So 4 things that I see that you need to have nailed down before you do any marketing. So before you start blogging, before you create a freebie for your website as an opt-in, a place where people can sign up to your newsletter, before you create random programs and packages, before you start trying to get yourself interviewed on other people's guests and podcasts. So before you do any of that, run Facebook ads, do webinars, any of that, before any of that, you have to have these 4 things, okay? The first thing is a clear message. So you need to be really clear what you do and what you stand for. You need to have a point of view or an opinion about something that you can really take a stand in. This is the piece that a lot of people miss, right? They're like, I'm a life coach and I believe in authenticity, but it's not really strong enough. So you need to really be able to put a stake in the ground for something and say, this is what I'm all about, okay? And then the second thing is to connect that to a target market. So you have to have a really clear understanding of who your niche is. I know that Tad does a ton of in-depth work on niching. His work is amazing. If my clients are really, really struggling with niche, I send them over to Tad. Most of the clients who work with me just need a little bit of a nudge with their niche. I know that Tad goes way, way deeper than what I do with niche, but you do have to have a niche. So I won't get into too much about teaching about niche because Tad does such a great job of it, but you do need to understand the problem that your clients are having and have a solution for them, okay? That's kind of my broad definition of niche is what's the problem? And back to the message or the approach, what's your way of helping people with it? Okay, so you need to have those 2 things. Third thing you need to have before you start doing any marketing is clear packages. I see a lot of the time packages on a lot of different types of holistic practitioners' websites where they've got like a work with me page and they've got like 6 or 7 different options. And when you scroll through them, they're all kind of the same. It's hard to tell what's what. So they're like, here's my 3-month coaching package. You get, 3 sessions a month for 3 months, or you can do my 6-month coaching package where you get 2 sessions a month for 6 months, or you can do my 4-month package where we do 1 session a week. Or so it's kind of just like divided up by the amount of time. And clients don't know how much time it's going to take them, right? So they're going to look at it and go, I don't know, I'll choose the cheapest one, I guess, right? So it's up to you as a service provider to give them packages that are really specific and tailored to their problem. This takes some work. There's a whole process that I teach on how to do this that I'm not going to go through now. But the thing to understand here is that, I guess if I could give you one tip, you want to make sure that every package you have solves a different problem, okay? That might be like hard to wrap your head around, and I don't want to go too into it, but it's hard not to. So just make sure that you have really clear packages that are specific in who they're for, what problem they're going to solve, and then what results somebody's going to get if they sign up for the package, okay? Along with that, I would say 3.5 is having pricing that's not based on hours, okay? You don't want to say this is a 3-hour package, so it's $300 because I'm $100 an hour. You want to base the package on the total value, okay? So no breaking up anything hourly. Even if you're selling a 3-month package, put the total price on it and then tell people they can do payment plans, okay? Because when you start to do hourly, people start to think that the only value they're getting is in that time that they're on, like the call with you, let's say. That's not true, right? There's other things that you do to support your client that's not just in that call. And the result that they're getting, the value they're getting, is probably way more worth it to them than just those couple hours that they've paid for, right? So you really want to get your clients away from from thinking about paying you hourly and starting to get them thinking about the fact that for the value that they're paying for. And that's where being really clear about what your message is and how you help people, so those first 2 things and who you help, becomes really, really important, because you need to be able to articulate the value to your clients in a really, really way that they can really understand. 4th thing that you need to do before marketing is you need to do market research. Okay, a lot of people skip this step because it's not as fun as making photo quotes for Instagram. It takes more work. It's a little bit muckier. It's a little bit messier. You need to go out and actually talk to your would-be clients. Now, these can be friends, family, colleagues, people that you meet in Facebook groups, anyone that you know. I like to go for kind of the low-hanging fruit. Anyone that you already know, that you're already connected to, who has in the general area of problem that you want to solve, okay? And you want to talk to or survey as many people as you can to start to get a sense of what they're struggling with and what they wish they had answers to, okay? Those are the 2 questions that I want you to ask. What are you struggling with as it relates to blank, so whatever your problem or your business is about? And then what questions do you wish you had answers to? So you're not going to ask them, how do you want me to help you? Okay, they don't know how, they just know they need help. They don't know exactly how you're supposed to be helping them. So keep them fairly open-ended and start to dig into their brains. The reason that you do this is, well, there's many, many reasons that you do this, but the biggest one is that you want to make sure that the way that you're talking about your clients' problems is what they're actually saying and thinking. And this might seem obvious, but a lot of the time it's not. A lot of the time, we come shiny, brand new life coach out of life coaching school. I did life coach training, so I'm kind of allowed to make fun of life coaches. Come out of life coaching school and you're like, I'm going to help people live their most authentic life and really follow their true purpose. Okay? And to us, that's super clear. We're like, I know exactly what I'm doing. But your clients are not sitting at home, they're not sitting at home having a glass of wine with their partner going, I really just wish that I could live my most authentic life. Yeah, I really just wish I could live with more passion, right? They're not saying that. It might be what they want, but it's not the way that they're actually talking about it. And so you might put together this amazing coaching package that's all about how to live your most authentic life and live with your passion. And they're going to see it and go, cool. But they're not going to want to buy it because it's not speaking directly to what they're complaining about, okay? Probably what they're saying instead is something like, man, I'm so sick of so-and-so always posting her perfect life photos on Instagram. Nobody's life is like that. That's super annoying. My life isn't like that. Why isn't my life like that? This sucks, right? So they're doing those types of things. They're saying those types of things. Now, you don't have to use that exact language, but you do want to get really, really clear on how they're talking about what they're struggling with. And if you do nothing else in your business, this is going to be the thing that makes the biggest difference for you in getting clients or not. Because when you have this language from them, you can start to do 1,000 things with it. You can start to put it into blog posts with titles that really catch their eye and resonate with them. You can create free offers that are exactly what they need, not just kind of like a version of what they need or like a concept that they need. It's like what they actually need. You can start pitching yourself to podcasts and getting on, guest spots on other people's websites because you're coming in with a really clear topic and a specific focus. There's just so many things that you can do once you have that client language. So the other thing that it helps you do, again, super important, is to actually talk about what you do in a way that makes sense to people. So who's been, I was going to say show of hands, but I realized we're not live, so you can't show your hands. But who's ever been to a networking event where, you're nervous, it's your first event or whatever, you just made your business cards and it comes time and somebody asks you what you do and you like fumble. It's not clear. And they're nice, right? They're like, oh, that sounds really cool. Can I have a card? But you can tell that they don't get it and because you don't even get it. So no more of that. When you have this language, it's literally just a matter of slotting it into a fill-in-the-blank sentence and not one of these like, I help conscious entrepreneurs who want to really leverage and scale their business by bringing more passion and purpose into the... It's not one of those. It's one that actually sounds like you're a human being saying it out loud. Often those pitches that we write are way too long. They don't sound natural. And so when you get this exact client language, you can slot it into those fill-in-the-blank kind of worksheets to write your pitch in a way that's going to feel really, really, to use a coaching word, authentic. You're going to actually be able to say it and not cringe. Other people are going to hear it and go, oh my God, I need this, or I have someone to send to you, or I know exactly, who to send to you now that I know this. So you're going to be getting more referrals, you're going to be getting more clients, everything's just going to be easier, okay? Until you have those 4 things, clear, strong, standout message, a niche that you're really clear on and you understand their problems, packages that speak to those, and market research that tells you exactly what they need so you can nail down the language. Until you have those things, don't do anything else because all of your efforts are wasted. Writing blog posts, posting on Facebook, all of that without these foundations clear is, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, it is a waste of time, okay? Not worth the time. And that's what leads people to burning out and, I was going to say breaking up with their business, quitting their business, because they're doing so many things and it's not working. Okay, so these are the 4 things you need to do before you do any marketing. So the program that I mentioned that I run is called Uncage Your Business. Tad is a proud affiliate. He has sent a couple clients my way in the past and they have raved about the program. And I love the hippies that he sends my way because you guys are always super ready and willing to do the work, which I just love. So it starts on November 6th, and we basically do all of these things. So all of these 4 foundations are what we cover in Uncage Your Business. There's a ton more. I won't go into it now. I can let you read the page for that. But I created it because I saw such a need in the marketplace for this kind of work. There's a lot of online programs out there that are great, but they're starting you at step 5 over here, and you need to start at step 1. So if you're not doing steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're jumping into step 5, which is usually like, okay, let's get blogging and let's make a website and let's learn how to do webinars, right? You're kind of learning how to market, but you don't have the foundations clear. It just doesn't work. And I was seeing so many people, so many of my clients come to me stuck going, I signed up for so-and-so program. I paid $2,000 for it. And I can't implement it because I can't even tell you like what I do, beyond I'm a life coach or I'm a nutritionist or I'm a health coach or I'm a Reiki healer. So if that's you, I would love for you to check out the program. Tad has an amazing bonus he's going to throw in. He's going to throw in his niching spiral workbook to help you dig a little bit deeper into niching. So if you're someone who that's like a real sore point for you, we cover it in Uncage Your Business, and then Tad's supplement is really going to help you go even deeper with it. I'm not going to go into any more than that. There's all the details on the Facebook page. It's a 5-week live class, so I'm there with you. The Facebook page, the sales page. I'm there with you answering all your questions, live calls, and all of the whatnot. So you've got my support the whole way, which I think is really necessary to be able to really get through all of these foundations. So you can get to a place where you can start to market yourself. All right. Thank you so much. I love you, hippies. I love Tad. Thank you, Tad, for letting me share this. If you have any questions about this or any questions about the program or what I shared today, you can feel free to shoot me an email. You can find the contact form on my website, or you can email me directly at becca@theuncagedlife.com, and I will get back to you. All right. I hope this has been helpful. Bye.